Hello and welcome to Help I Sexted My Boss, the podcast where we help you navigate the challenges of modern life. If you're just joining us for the first time, we answer your 21st century questions and find solutions to those everyday dilemmas. It's called welcoming people in. See if we got new listeners and stuff. Like, how does one catch the serrated knife thief lurking around the streets of London?
Yes.
And is it possible to find a luxury brand willing to use my portrait on their product? And what should you do if you've accidentally sexted your boss? But we're not usual agony ants, are we? The UK's leading etiquette expert, all-round good egg, William Hanson.
Oh, bless you. Thank you very much, Jordan North. Also a good egg. And Capital Breakfast presenter. I'm more James Bond. You're more Bale Bond. That's from Harriet.
Do you know, of all the ones we've done of all the years, I think that's the harshest. Well, cheers, Harriet.
Yes, thanks for that.
None taken.
Well, as we said on Friday, Mothering Sunday was also National Wendy Day. And so we thought we'd toast all the Wendys. And there are probably quite a few that listen to this. So we're going to toast them. It's as I prepare the drink on my own. Mm-hmm. I say I prepare this drink. We'll get on to me and drink in a minute. I'm not really sure. I think this is what is referred to as hair of dog for me.
Oh.
Anyway.
Hair of dog.
This is how hair of the dog, I believe.
Have you got your first ever hangover?
Well, let's just toast the Wendys.
Is William Hanson rough?
I'm sorry. I can be if you ask me.
You could do that meme.
What?
Oh, that was rough on Sunday. That one where I took a drink. You know what's the difference between a sesh head and a piss head?
Oh, yeah,
You
okay.
could do that.
Oh, God, that was years ago.
I know,
God,
yeah.
I've just had an absolute flashback.
Yeah.
That was in the other
So
studio.
what happened? And happy Wendy Day. Love you, Mum. What happened?
Well,
why are you hungover? Are
so
you really?
I do think I'm pulling through it now.
You've never been hungover before, have you?
No. Like, I've been tired, but I don't think that's called a hangover because people are tired all the time. But yes, this morning when I woke up, probably because my advanced years, I did have a bit of a head. And also the bedroom and indeed the kitchen was in a complete state. And normally everything is very tidy when I go to bed. And I had a blazer strewn and my napkin was on the floor.
Oh, no.
Even my...
Oh, gosh, your napkin was on the floor.
No, but what I'm saying is that is unusual behaviour for me because I think I had overdone it the night before.
So did you have people round?
No, I only had 2 Martini. Luxury Luke and I, and Mikey, but he had a sparkling water, so he was fine. Went for Martini. And Martinis, is it? I don't know.
It's the plural, come on. Oh, God, me teaching you grammar.
Oh, my God, I've got a hangover and you're doing grammar chat. Wow.
We really have changed. We really have. That's so scary.
So, yeah, we went for these lovely martinis to, I'm going to say it, it's public, not to Duke's Hotel, which is supposedly where Ian Fleming got the idea of the martini for James Bond.
I want to go there.
Yes, well, brace yourself. And they do it beautifully, and they have a strict only 2 martini limit, thank God. And I can see why. Probably 1 martini was enough for me, but I like a dry martini. And they... Obviously, dry martini has a little bit of vermouth. They put in the vermouth in the glass, swill it round the glass, and then empty it completely. They turn the glass upside down, and then just pour in the gin, and then just put a lemon twist. Yeah,
That's
but
how it's meant to be.
After 2 of that and not a lot of food, I was very merry.
Can I just say it was me that got you into martinis? I made you martini.
I think it was my brother.
It was me. I got you into martinis. When I made you one in here for King Charles's
Oh, you did
coronation.
actually, yes.
And then I've made you a couple since you've been at my house. So I think it's me that got you into them.
Well,
so
you, James and Luke, you can share custody.
They do get worse as you get older, the old hangovers.
Yeah.
Mad that your first ever hangover's at 36.
35.
35. You should have had... It's better... Like, I wish you had them when you're 18, 19, because you can shake them off.
I don't...
Like 18, 19, you can go twice and, like, reload easily. But, like, hangovers... No. Yeah.
No, well, I didn't rate it. Anyway... and also my carafe, because I go to bed with a carafe of water by the side. I had obviously woken up in the middle of the night and drunk all of it, which is unusual for me because I don't normally drink the whole carafe. But the carafe was just on the floor.
Oh, God. It's absolute scenes in your
house.
It
was. And my velvet monogram slippers were at a jaunty angle, not together as they normally are.
Oh, goodness.
Absolute carnage.
You need to sort your life out.
I do.
Do we need to do an intervention? Sounds like you.
After 2 martinis.
I go to bed with a Guinness pint of water. Is that the same glass?
No, I think my carafe can hold more.
So have you got like, is it a little lingering headache that's just there? Is it a bit
the
like
front of my head?
Yeah, is it a bit of like, the best way I can say it is a bit of a not like a like it's
Yes,
just
it wasn't
there.
like a migraine. Or
Does it feel like elastic band around your head?
Yes.
You got dry mouth?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I often wake up with a dry
Some
mouth.
days are you, 1 minute are you really hungry, the next you feel sick?
No,
Yeah.
I haven't had that.
Stomach, got bad?
No, didn't feel nauseous or anything.
Horny? We've talked about this before. Have you got the? Are you horny? William Hanson, as I'm looking at you right now, are you horny? You got the hangover. He's hungover. He's hungover. It's the truth.
Well, what are you going to do about it?
No, I'm not doing out, but the hangover horn. Please tell me that goes when you get older.
Well, why are you looking at Stuart?
Does that go when you get older?
Well, Ben's younger than us, so don't look at Ben.
Is he? The girls get it. The girls get hangover horn as well. Do they? It's the worst. Honestly, just feel like humping a pillow.
Not again.
Have you tried a suitcase?
No.
No.
Are you
Okay.
horny?
No, I'm not.
Other than having a raging hangover and a massive hard-on, how are you this morning?
Excuse
What else
me,
has been
could you
going?
correct the record?
That's not true. Sorry. What's been going on?
Well, I also had, actually, on same day as Martin, I had a self-care day. I had a massage. Now, I am not a massage person. I last had a massage years and years and years ago because I don't like people touching me. But I decided, because I'm aware of some muscles that were in my back that were sort of feeling a bit tender, I thought a deep tissue massage would be the thing to have. And so I booked myself in and it was in the diary for about 4 weeks, and I was genuinely psyching myself up not to cancel it because I really don't like people touching me. I don't mind face, but I don't like, which is ironic because I poke everybody. But anyway, yes. And the question I've got for you, because you like massages, don't you? Mm-hmm. You know, at the end, when you have reached completion of the massage, not like that, when you've reached completion, you're just lying there, and then they go in their sort of soft voice, which does slightly annoy me. And when you're ready, you can just take a few minutes just to relax, unwind, and get changed. And I'll leave you be. And then they walk out the room. How long should you actually lie there? Because I'm like, door closed, up.
No,
Get on
because
with
you
it.
get dizzy. And you
Oh.
should have it. And, this is why you got extra pissed. When you have a deep tissue massage, I found this out as well.
Oh, God, was that?
You're not meant to drink alcohol or do any exercise because it's something to do with, what is it in your...
We dehydrate it.
Yeah, you're dehydrated, but it's released all the toxins, that's it, in your muscles and
Oh,
body.
really? Is
So that's why you got extra pissed and why you're extra hungover today. When you get a deep tissue massage, especially a deep one, it's like a physiotherapy one, you're meant to chill for the rest of the day. You don't
Well,
go
they
out.
don't tell me that.
They should have told you that is why you were pissed and why you're hungover, because it releases lots of toxins in your body.
Does it?
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, I give it like a couple of minutes. There's no better than when you wake up after that. Now that I've had many massages and you wake.
No, but you can't fall asleep, sure.
No, but when you wake
It's
up, you're
quite
like,
painful at points.
or when you get one on holiday and you have one.
Mm.
Apart from when I had a facial for the first time, I didn't like that. Told you, yeah.
Mm.
She had garlic night before. She did. She was chopping garlic. She would give me a facial and I just could smell garlic on it. And she had like hands like bin lids. Miss Trunchable.
Trunch ball. You put in a third syllable in that now. You've always done it, and it's always annoyed me. Trunch ball.
Miss Trunchable.
No, Trunch ball.
It's Miss Trunchable.
It's not Miss Trunchable. Miss Trunchball.
Why are all these women married? It's Miss Trunchable.
Okay,
Anyway.
fine. Anyway, you okay?
Oh, good. Still not had. Still missing 2 bread knives.
How
It's
have you
actually
been
bugging
chopping
me
up
now.
your sourdough?
I don't know. I've just had to get the Jimmy's one that's already pre-cut.
Jimmy's?
Yeah, it's called Jimmy's sourdough, I think. Have you had it?
No.
It's Jason, I believe.
Oh.
Jimmy.
Sorry, I'm not middle class enough for you then. So yeah, I've had to.
What's wrong with Gales?
I've had to. Gale sourdough. Have a day off.
What?
You got to get a mortgage out in there to get a coffee, some sourdough, and a
Well, we
cake.
don't have bread, so I don't know.
Do you not have bread?
We're not
Are-
bready people.
Are you not off? Oh God, I love bread. But yeah, Gales. It's an all expensive. I went to.
Well, yeah, but I mean, excuse me. Hello, lobster pate truffle oil chat
No,
from
that's not true.
Friday.
Gales is so ridiculously expensive.
Yes.
It's lovely though. It's nice as a treat.
Okay, so still no bread knives.
No, when this goes out,
Yeah.
I'm going to be in Berlin.
Yes, and I'm going the week after you.
Yeah.
Have I told you that when we've booked Berlin, which is Easter, someone's written in to tell me that that's Leather Week in Berlin,
Great.
which I'm hoping is Smythson leather.
I've been told by loads of people that if you don't look cool enough, they'll let you in the clubs, and I'm not queuing.
I'm not. Well,
I'm
we'll be in bed
queuing
for 9:30.
to have some fella judge if I'm cool enough to go in a club. I bet you there'll be a bar just around the corner where you can have as good as night. I'm not queuing to get in a club. I'm past those days. There's no chance. I used to struggle getting in Oceana in Leeds. They're not going to let me in whatever it is in
Berghain
in Berlin.
Yes.
I've no chance. I'm likely in between us. I've got to borrow my shoes off a tramp or something to get in. There's no chance I'm going to get in. I'm not cool. Although Izzy said I look cool.
Not
today.
with that belt, you're not getting in.
I'm currently here. I've got a.
Oh, Jordan, even I think
Why
that
is?
belt
How
is
can a
actually quite
belt give
awful.
people such an ick? I won't take this to Berlin then, but I've got a belt on that I've had since I was like 18.
You could take that to Berlin, but for other
and
activities.
it's a millennial belt, and it's just
It's
like
white.
A skater
It's a
belt.
white rope belt with brown pleather accessories and a silver buckle.
It's fine. It's cool.
At least with the t-shirt over it, we can't see it.
So that's going on. Also, guess who I seen in the gym this week?
Oh yes.
Guess who I seen in the gym in the changing
Was,
rooms this
was
week?
it a hunk of spunk?
It was a hunk of
Yes.
spunk. Yeah. Yeah.
Go on, tell everyone.
I seen Mikey in the gym this week. As I was getting changed, he walked in. He was getting ready as well. He's getting changed.
Yes, hey, Mikey.
Yeah, you all right? I heard him before I seen him. You all right, lads? I was like, bloody hell, Mikey, let me get changed.
Mikey came home and said he'd seen you in the changing room. It was the best laugh he'd had all week, he said. Don't know what he meant by that, but...
You're a lucky boy. I had a look. We'll have a look. Of course we'll have a look. We'll have a look.
Right.
Yeah, you don't get that reference, do you?
I know.
Anyway.
Well, what's the reference?
So it's a commentator. Who is the commentator? I thought it was Carragher. Who is it? Turns out it's not.
It's a meme on TikTok with Steve McManaman. Who
We'll
says
have a
something,
look. When they go to VAR.
And it's all over TikTok.
Of course
Kat's
we'll
been
have a
saying
look.
it, like Izzy will know it. It's all
We'll
over.
have a look. Yeah.
Okay, no.
So yeah. Also, big shout out to in the same gym. And
Yes.
fair play to him. He definitely listens to this podcast. To lovely Josh that I met, who
Okay.
clocked me as he walked in. I'd just got out of the shower. And how polite
Was
is
he
this?
laughing as well?
He waited for me to dry me bollocks and put me boxers on, and then said, "Big fan of the podcast."
Oh.
I thought that was very sweet of him. You could tell he listens, and he's genuinely a big fan.
Well,
He's-
well done, Josh.
He's in Book of Mormon.
Oh, yes, I think a few of the Book of Mormon people
Yeah,
have listened.
he's
yeah.
in Book of Mormon.
Mm.
Yeah, he was a
Okay.
lovely guy, and he's like, he's up to date.
Oh, bless it. I love
Yeah.
it when people are like,
But the weirdest thing is I was listening to the edit this week because we got sent the edit before,
That makes a change.
and I was listening in a cemetery that I go for a walk.
Sorry, hang on, stop.
What?
Right, so much from Pick.
Yeah, go on my daily
Okay,
walks.
for a start, you go on a walk through a cemetery.
Yeah, most days when weather's nice. Yeah,
That's a bit morbid, love.
so I go and listen.
Why do you like going around a cemetery?
It's just nice to clear your head and know that you're alive.
That's a bit rubbing it in, isn't it?
It's a beautiful cemetery. Anyway, I seen a G&Diva's just finished a 12-hour shift. She went, "I'm listening."
In the cemetery?
People have stopped me on runs and gone,
Yeah, you know,
sorry.
yeah.
"I'm listening now." Sweet.
Okay. Well, talking of G&Divas, there are quite a few last week at the University of Salford where Ben, Alex, and Izzy did a talk for that MRSA con or whatever.
Student radio. Well, did you do a talk at a student radio con? Oh, what was? Tell me the title of the session, please. Go on.
Supercharge your socials with Help I Sexted My Boss.
Supercharge your socials.
Yes. So all three of them did it, and interestingly,
Our socials are the envy of. By the way, a
Of
lot of
everyone.
people do like our socials.
I sent the same message to both Alex, Ben, and Izzy to see the different reactions I got. I said, "How did the talk go?" And Izzy, I just got, "I fear I slayed." Ben didn't read it for about 2 hours.
Main character energy from Izzy.
Yeah. And Alex sent me a lovely 2-minute, 30-second voice note. So it was you got
right.
all their personalities came through.
Well, the thing is, William, right? How are you? It's Alex here. It went well, yeah. And he always says, "How are you?" about 4 times in his voice messages, bless him. How are you? And we did the talk. Izzy slayed it. And Ben was a bit quiet. How are you, by the way? And
I'm not sure if he does.
yeah, we had a few drinks afterwards. So, all right, Alex.
Talking of an unknown...
He edits all my best bits out. He can't edit himself when he does the podcast, can he?
Alex, I'm offended on your behalf. Yes, anyway, an unknown member of the team, I'm not going to say who, completely unrelated, went and had their very first colonic with Helen. And we are on her wall in Manchester. A little photo of us.
Who had a colonic?
In the interest of privacy, we can't mention Alex's name. Helen sent me a lovely text afterwards. Can't quite remember what she said, but it's something to do with the Mersey Tunnel. But she sent that through.
Do you think, I've always wanted to ask Helen this, if we lined up all of her regulars, got us to bend over, like me, you, Alex, and a few others, and we just spread our cheeks and showed our arseholes, do you think she'd be able to recognise us from that?
I don't think...
That's how my mind works.
In the interest of Helen...
I'd love her to go in and go, that's Jordan. I recognise that arsehole anywhere. That's William. No, that's Alex. Or it could be Izzy, actually. Yeah. In the interest just of the entire hydrotherapy business, the hydrotherapist doesn't see anything because you go on covered with a towel and you're sort of on your side. So she won't really see anything. So if you're a bit anxious about going for a colonic, don't panic. Nobody really sees anything. Okay.
But anyway, but it went well. Talk people. No,
Yeah.
they're not. Neither of them are listening, so that's nice.
That's good.
That's
Well,
good.
wait,
They're still
can
not
we do
listening.
a tour next week? Next year, let us do it at the Student Radio Conference. Me and you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Book him in now.
We'll share our wisdom. I was asked to do it.
It'll be a
this year.
short talk.
I was asked to do it this year, but I couldn't.
Were
I did it last year.
Well, there we go. And student radio that's how I met lots of my friends. Is student radio in Manchester. So it's all we're all
how
for
you
that.
met J-Ro. Didn't you hated him, didn't you? At first?
No, I did not hate James.
I know it was Chelsea that hated him.
Yes, Chelsea hated him, and now look at them. They live together.
They're together.
They're flatmates.
No, they're together.
They're flatmates
They're together.
and travel companions.
They're together.
I think you'll find.
Oh, how long have they been together for now, Chelsea and James?
Oh, 15 years, possibly. Quite a long time.
They are good.
Talking people that hate Leanne, who I live next door to, my neighbour, she came to my talk that I was giving when I was head of oral for Fuse FM in Manchester, and she'd never met me, and she and her other friend, Matt, walked out because they thought I was so awful, and now I live next door to her.
And your best friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there we go. You can change your opinion of people.
Okay.
Any more?
No, all good.
Before we go to the highlight of the episode.
I've got some crackers this week.
Oh, good.
Right,
Should we have a jingle?
here we go.
If you like a chap who's cheeky and northern, you're in for a treat with our Jordan. And if a giggle is what you seek, you're sure to love Jordan's jolly joke of the week. Cha 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 cha.
Do you think that's obviously the Match of the Day theme tune, which I know intimately? Do you think? Because have they announced who's replacing Gary Lineker? Oh, they have. Who? Oh, it's Mark Chapman, isn't it? Oh.
And
Could I do his holiday cover? Because now I'm taking a vested interest in the football. Oh, Ben's got his hand up.
It's Gabby Logan and Kelly Cates as well as Mark Chapman. They're splitting it three-way.
Oh.
So I don't think they're going to be asking you to do cover.
Oh. That's career ruined. I'd love to have done that. And the scores are in. That's a bit Strictly, isn't it? The scores are in. Tottenham Hotspurs, 7. Not likely. The Tottenham are not very good, Ben.
No, they're not doing very well this season.
Oh, right. We're just doing football chat whilst Jordan finds a joke. So.
no, I'm not. Right, Jesus, are you ready? Yeah, okay. This one I seen on the Jimmy and Nath radio show in Australia.
Oh, right.
So they listen to this as well.
Oh, do they?
Yeah. and
Hello, Jimmy and Nath.
They're big fans, and they have a big segment where they get jokes, and I think this one's class.
Okay.
Okay, a friend of mine was shagging twins, and I said, how do you tell them apart? And I'll tell you the punchline after the break. All right, G&Divas, thanks for sticking with us. So a friend of mine was shagging identical twins, and I said to him, how do you tell them apart? He said, well, Kelly paints her nails blue, and Keith's got a cock.
It's a bisexual joke. It's fun.
It's very, very good. And I have had loads of G&Divas send in many, many jokes. A gentleman walked into a bar with a box under his arm. He sits down and starts ordering several drinks. What's in the box? That's the bartender. Ugh. Just get me another drink, says the man. And bloke behind the bar says, show me what's in the box. And the next one's on the house. So the man nods, places the box on the bar, and takes out a small piano. and a man about a foot tall comes out and starts playing the most beautiful music he's ever heard. Where the hell did you get that, says the bartender. And bloke replies, there's a genie outside granting wishes. But before he could finish, the bartender, hang on, I've not screenshotted it. I can't. I don't know the punch. Oh, there we go. Before he can finish, the bartender runs outside and sees Genie and yells, I wish for $1 million. After a puff of smoke, there's 1 million ducks walking around quacking. And bartender runs back in and says, you didn't tell me Genie was deaf. The bloke turns around and says, do you think I really asked for a 12-inch pianist? I thought that was good.
No, it is good. I have a feeling we might have had it before because I feel I've heard that.
Right,
but it is a good joke.
Okay. I thought that was good.
Sorry.
I'm telling that one again.
Oh, no, look, you look so dejected.
No, it's fine. I don't know why I bother.
Well, we could do etymology every week.
No, God, no.
What do you mean, God, no?
Oh, it's getting a bit long and boring, if you ask me. This will be shorter.
Pot, kettle, black.
Well, and they're not even etymologies. It's like a history of tart and paint and wallpaper and stuff. That's not etymology. I genuinely am interested in
Excuse me. Okay, well, the one we're doing next Tuesday, you requested, which is the history of calendars. Because I was talking about...
We've done it. We did it in Friday's episode.
No, sorry, not those sort of calendars. Because I said that New Year's Day used to be like the 25th of March. Because when we had, and you went, oh, can we do that? So we've researched it.
Okay. Researched it. You go on Wikipedia for 10 minutes. Have a day off.
You do it then.
All right, fine.
Jordan's etymology.
Right, I'll do
one.
one.
Not next week because I've got that sorted. But
right.
you do.
Fine, I'll do one on lampshades. Ooh, interesting.
Oh no, because it's not about etiquette.
Well, it's not.
That's no, I wanted it to be about etiquette.
History. Like, why do we not put our elbows on the table?
Well, I've done that.
Okay.
Thank you.
That was interesting.
Yes. Okay, tell you what. Let's make a deal. And I'm saying this with love. I'll make, other than calendars, I'll make mine about etiquette and you make your jokes funny.
No, right. I'll tell you what. Not next week, week after.
Yeah.
I'll do an etymology and you do a jolly joke of the week.
Deal. Absolute deal.
Okay. There we go.
And it's going to be the rudest, filthiest, funniest etymology you've ever heard.
You love a rude joke. That's how I knew you love jokes. When I told you my one when I went into Superdrug and said, have you got any lube? She said, no, you've ran out. You've tried boots. I said, I want to fucking slide in, love, not marching.
You see? Funny!
Still got it. I've still got it. That was the first joke I ever told you.
Yes, I know. It's hilarious.
Right, let's go to the questions and dilemmas. Remember, if you need our help with something, then do get in touch. You can send your tales of trepidation to help@sexwithmyboss.com. You can DM us. We're at sexwithmyboss on the socials. Or you can write to this man here, William Hanson, who, in the fullness of time, promises a handwritten reply on our luxury greeting cards of executive self-seal envelopes. The address is on the website, sexwithmyboss.com.
Just got a new batch of stamps that came today, so this weekend I'm going to have a real bash and get through quite a lot of correspondence.
But you spend a fortune on stamps.
Yes.
They're not cheap, no.
They are not cheap, no.
All
and
right.
I will not use second-class stamps.
No.
I mean, they're not cheap either, but we've got standards.
I had an argument with someone recently about second-class stamps.
Yes, you did. That caused great amusement when Jordan the snob leaned over the table and the veins in your neck actually stood up, and with no sense of irony went, that's because you used a second-class stamp. And I thought, I've taught him well. So I was very, very pleased.
True.
This first one is from Jerry in Calgary, Canada. Hi, William and Jordan. I recently hosted a dinner for several friends at my house and indicated that dinner will begin at a specific time. Most of the guests had already arrived and dinner was ready to be served, but one couple still hadn't arrived. So my question is, if you invite friends over for dinner and set a specific dinner time, how long should you wait to serve the food? I didn't want my guests who arrived at a good time to stay hungry, but I also didn't want to seem rude by starting without the others.
I mean, you could wait half an hour max. 45, maybe an hour.
Depends what you're serving.
Yeah.
If it's cold, you can obviously, eke it out a bit.
If you're heating it up, if they're late for a good reason and everybody's still having a good time, because sometimes not West when you get there and they give you food, you want to mingle for a bit, don't you? So I think an hour, anything over an hour, you're probably going to have to say, oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, and I had this happen in Manchester. A friend who's still I'm friends with to this day for some reason. Literally, no, he's very nice, but I was very annoyed at the time.
Was it me?
No, it wasn't you. No. Group of friends turned up. And again, none of us, he didn't turn up.
Was it Stuart?
No, it wasn't Stuart. No, I've got other stories about Stuart, but this isn't one of them. And didn't turn up. We were all texting going, hi, you on your way? Are you coming? Nothing. We were trying phoning, nothing. And, you start to worry. And 2 hours after the appointed time, this person turned up. We had started to eat. I had left it an hour. So I agree with you, leave it an hour and then start. And then it was a kitchen supper, so it was only 2 courses.
Oh, well.
So I gave him a bit of lasagna or whatever it was. And after the lasagna, when I then presented the pudding, he went, oh, is that it? Oh, I could have absolutely slapped him.
Why was he late? Pissed?
No, just sort of time, quote unquote, time ran away with him.
What a knob. That's so rude. Do I know him?
Yeah. So I would agree. You wait an hour, and then if you have heard nothing from them, then you continue. But again, as a friend, regardless of your food, of course you're going to be worried about them. They don't turn up. And and I've said it before, I think I say it in our book, we have so many different ways of communicating with people and sending them our location, letting them know where we are. There really isn't an excuse to be late without letting people know.
That's good advice.
I turned up to actually a health appointment a day early yesterday. This is annoying. I was meant to go today, but I can't go today.
I've turned up to appointments a week late, a year early, a day late. Oh, I've done it loads.
I was sitting there in the waiting room for like 15 minutes after my appointment, and I eventually said to the receptionist, hi, is everything okay? Because it didn't seem busy. So she went to go and talk to the other receptionist of the actual sort of clinic I was going to go to. Everything's fine, by the way. And eventually they came and went, hi, can we help you? I said, well, yes, I've got an appointment. Thank you very much. And then turned out I had to sort of slightly back down because I didn't. But never mind. Ben.
What is the perfect timing for a dinner party, do you think, if for arrival and then the delay for serving food?
Arrive for 7, eat for 7:30, 7:45. No, arrive for 7, eat about 8.
Depends if it's weekday or weekend.
Okay, we'll do both.
So I would do kitchen suppers during the week because people have busy lives. So come for 7.
What's a kitchen supper?
2 courses. 2 courses informal in the kitchen.
Oh.
Not in the dining room.
See, kitchen supper to me is just when you have it on the bar, breakfast bar.
Well, you can have it on the breakfast bar.
Just a bit of...
Yeah. But yeah, kitchen supper, less formal. Something like a moussaka, spanakopita, lasagna, that sort of thing. Yeah.
They all sound like James Bond baddies. What are you on about?
Lasagna.
Who's spanakopita? Isn't that even from Russia to love?
No, it's a Greek phyllo dish.
Oh.
It's vegetarian. Ben would like it. And you then for an evening of a weekend, probably come from 7:30, probably sit down 8:15, 8:30 is what I'd say. That's what I would do.
Thanks.
Pleasure, Ben. Are you going to host in your new house?
I would love to.
Yeah, have you got a table yet?
We've got a table, we've got chairs, just need people
I
to
said
come
you
over.
can have mine because I'm moving if you want it.
I don't want your table.
Judging
by your belt that you're wearing.
You've been at that table many a time, and can I just say it was handmade especially for that kitchen.
No, I love the table, but it would be too large for my home.
Okay. No,
it's more of a workbench, really.
It is. Yeah, you could do some damage, like some sawing and that.
It probably will be too big for his house. Yeah. Okay, next one.
This is from Anonymous. Hello, William Jordan and all the team. I was visiting a friend in London after going through a bit of a rough time with a guy. After a full debrief and a bottle of Prosecco...
Best way, girl.
May not be a girl.
Maybe boy.
My friend and I decided to go out. To make the night more entertaining, we created fake personas and tried to see what ridiculous stories people would believe.
Girls still do this. Sean was telling me about this. Girls used to do this all the time when we were younger. I had one that pretended she was married to Steve Irwin.
We were having a great time when a guy who was exactly my type came over to chat. I stuck with the fake persona at first, but we ended up talking for ages and I completely forgot about the act. By the time his friends were leaving for the next bar, he asked for my number. I was basically in love at this point, so I gave it to him and thought nothing of it. The next day, he messaged me, and we haven't stopped talking since. He even asked me out for drinks, which surprised me given the distance. And that's when I remembered. When he first came over, I told him I lived in London. I've been away for a couple of weeks, as has he, so I've been able to dodge the situation. But now I don't know what to do. What's the etiquette for accidentally lying about where you live? Do I double down and make up another excuse?
No.
Do I ghost him, or do I come clean? He's a really nice guy, and he knows everything about me, except that one tiny, slightly crucial detail. No, tell him.
Just tell him you were with the girls, you were being silly, you were on Lady Petrol, you were on a bounce pack, and just say we were being silly. He'll understand. Girls used to... Do you ever do that? Yeah, but girls just... make up stuff like, right, okay, today I'm going to say I'm the banker from Deal or No Deal. So,
right, okay. I would tell him in person, though. I would arrange for another date, and then if the vibe's right and it's going well, then you say.
Tell him before, because he might, very, very rarely, might not want to do long distance.
We also don't know how long this distance is, whether you live in Milton Keynes and it's actually not that far, or you live in the Outer Hebrides, in which case, yeah, fair enough. But no, I would say tell him in person.
Is that Scotland?
The Outer Hebrides, yes. It's the very outer part.
Is it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Hence why it is called the Outer Hebrides.
Is that where the Shetland Islands are?
I think that's different, but Shetland, it's all that part of the world.
I'm gonna we pack all this in. I'm gonna get a little caravan and travel all the way up through Lake District and to Shetlands. Yeah, a little camper van.
That's nice.
It's me and a book and a little teapot where I can make me brews in the morning.
Lovely.
Do you want to come?
No. That sounds like my idea of hell, but thank you very much for the invitation. I'll be honest. I mean, I'd stay in a hotel and come over for dinner.
No, we're in the camper van. We'll be like Max and Paddy. Don't know where we're going, got nowhere you're knowing. Driving on the road to nowhere, sponging for a living, checking out the women, driving on a road to nowhere. Dum, dum.
So
and
similar.
We don't take shit from anyone, because all we want to do is have some fun. We're Max and Paddy, Paddy and Max, do, 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 do. And best of all, we don't pay council tax. Oh, as if I still remember that. That could be us. We could do a series. Yeah. On YouTube.
On YouTube, yes. Okay, lovely. This one is from
I'm going to be
Mark.
singing that all day now.
This is from Mai. Hello, William, Jordan, and the rest of the team. A few weeks ago, one of my friends invited me out to celebrate her 20th birthday. She sent out a Google form for RSVPs, which I filled out and said yes, and then promptly forgot all about it.
Some of you do this, Willie.
Since I never heard back from her, I assumed the lunch was off, or maybe that she decided to have a smaller group. Fast forward to the week of the event, I make plans to go out for hot pot with another group of friends. As we're on our way to the restaurant, I get a message from the birthday girl asking where I am.
Hot pot? What are you in curry?
Could be Korean hot pot, is what I suspect it is. I told her I assumed it wasn't happening since I never got a confirmation. Turns out she did send one, but it went to my Instagram, which I don't currently use. I apologised over text and wished her a happy birthday. Then I get to the restaurant, sit down, and suddenly I see familiar faces. The birthday lunch was at the same restaurant.
Oh, shit.
I was mortified. Not only did it look like he had blown off her party to go out with other friends, but it seemed like I was rubbing it in her face.
Oh, shit.
It was all just a massive case of miscommunication and bad luck.
At least she didn't lie to it, though.
True.
She said I was...
Yeah, and hopefully Instagram would say whether she'd seen it or not. I later apologised to the birthday girl privately, and she was lovely about it, but even admitted she should have double-checked that I got confirmation. But I still feel awful. What should I have done?
I think you did the right thing.
You could have...
You could have been worse. You could have lied and said, I'm not going out.
Yeah, and if you actually had seen that Instagram message and it showed as seen, I think that's when it's then a problem. You could have said, oh, I'll come and sit on your... or maybe see if the restaurant can join your tables. Even if you and your friends sit at the end of the table of the birthday girl and her friends, potentially. Or you could have sort of done a bit of hot pot over here and then a bit of hot pot over there. And explain to your friends. If your friends that you are now with understand, explain the situation.
I think you did everything right. You if you went over and said, I'm so sorry, it's fine, and you rung her and spoke to her privately, that's fine. I think you did. I'm genuinely getting really worried how antisocial I'm becoming as I'm getting older. I just don't want to go out and see anyone anymore, and it's worrying me. I just want to go home and watch telly.
Well, that's fair enough.
Is it not weird? I feel really bad. I'm getting so I cancelled on a mate this week. It was his leaving do.
Another COVID jab.
To be fair, I wasn't feeling great. I've been knackered. I was knackered this week. I've been sleeping all week. I've got like a bug, an underlying bug or something.
Thanks for coming in.
But it is. Went for a steak on, Saturday. I'd been in all day and I thought, I better go out. I said, let's go out. And I got to restaurant and they said, you can have a table for an hour. I thought,
what?
Great, right?
For an hour?
Listen to this. I had a steak. I were back door to door an hour and a half. It was perfect. Thank you, Stuart. Me and you are very all buzzing. I was like, I'd been in all day, but I didn't want to go out. I was back home in me joggers an hour and a half later. I thought, bang, this is what I want to do on Saturdays now. had my beer, had a steak, back home in taxi. I'm just becoming more and more antisocial. Why is that?
I think it's because you're getting older.
Yeah.
And I think your social battery you're being drained.
I don't have much of a battery these days.
No.
It used to be life and soul at party.
Did you?
Now I'm like...
Life and arsehole of the party.
Now I'm like...
Read into that how you will.
Now I'm like, is he going to be there? Oh, God. Is he bringing cat? All right, well, the cat's going. I'll go. Now I'm... Yeah. Diego here? How long's Diego been here for? Diego's here. Is he not well? I'm just a bit tired. My social battery's going as well, babe. I've been bummed all around the port, babe. I'm tired out.
Why is jokes about bumming a dog? Why are we doing bumming dog jokes?
Honestly, I've had more pricks of second-hand dartboard this week, babe. I've had enough, honestly.
This is from Robin. Dear William, Jordan, Ben, Izzy, Diego, et al. I need your help. The song
I'm having a quiet one. Just ignore me. Pretend I'm not here.
I need your help. The song I Got a Feeling by the Black Eyed Peas is ruining my life. That's a letter from 2005. It sounds...
Oh, wait. I got a feeling. I'm usually good at this. 2000 I'm usually good at this. Sorry, I know we're going off piece of it today.
This isn't Popmaster.
I got a feeling that tonight's gonna... I'm going to say 2010. Fuck! What was it? 9. Damn!
Oh, okay.
Sorry. It's usually my... Anyway, go on.
It sounds ridiculous, but my family, friends and colleagues all agree it's more than just a superstition. There have been loads of incidents, but here are the worst ones. I once heard it at work, and during my break, my mum called to say my grandma had had a stroke.
Oh, God.
A few weeks ago, it played at a work do, and I was on the way home, and I was mugged.
Oh.
And the weirdest one, on New Year's Eve, my car broke down at a bus stop. We thought it was a tyre issue, so I replaced it, but the car wouldn't start. After 2 hours stuck there, we turned on the radio to lift our spirits, and guess what song was playing? It doesn't even have to be the full song, just a few beats activate the bad luck spell.
Oh, my God.
How do I go without living in fear of a 2000s banger? P.S. Do you have any bad luck charms?
There's a name for this, but it's like that film about the number 23. What's it called? Number 23. It's called Number 23.
However, did they come up with that?
Jim Carrey, and it's kind of it's in your head a bit. There's a name for it. There is a name for it. But yeah,
you just need to hear that song and something positive happen, and that is when it will then be broken.
I think you need to track down will.i.am, do something nice to him, and it'll end the bad luck. Or Fergie.
What's the Duchess of York got to do with
No,
it?
not her. Not the Scottish manager. Fergie, the singer.
It's called synchronicity, what you're talking
Called
about.
synchronicity, yeah. And would you like to explain it?
Well, it's the sort of thing where you like read about something for the first time and you keep on noticing it.
Oh, that's... Yeah, sorry to interrupt. That's when someone says a word to me and I'm like, I've never heard that word before. And then you
you
hear
see
it all
the time.
the
It's the
time.
same thing, and it's only because your mind is then like noticing it, it's becoming aware of it.
Yeah, it's synchronicity. That's what it is. I don't think it is that, but anyway. There's another... It's not that name, but I do this because when I've had something bad happen, and say it twice, I always think my mum's voice comes to me and I always think it comes in threes.
Yes. Yes,
Yeah.
it does. I think, Robin, it's all in your head. I don't think it. I think it's just chance.
You make your own luck in life.
Or you could start listening just to classic FM or other type of music, because they're not... Classic FM, correct me if I'm wrong, are not going to start playing the Black Eyed Peas anytime soon, unless there's a classical version of it, and ironically Robin will turn on. And Dan Walker's playing it. He's very good in the mornings. And...
He is, to be fair.
No, I'm joking. I obviously only listen to
If you're ever in the Global Building, go to the Classic FM toilets. Little top tip for you there from your Uncle Jordan.
Are they calm?
They're calm, they're cleaner, and you just go in. Sometimes just go in and sit for 5 minutes because they've got classical music playing out.
Oh, that's nice.
And it's like a little water fountain in there. It's great.
Little water fountain?
Shh, don't ruin the illusion.
Okay.
It's great. Sometimes just go in and sit.
Jordan's first movement. Thank you.
Very good.
Much. Thank you. Anyway, lastly, a dilemma from Scott. Hi, William and Jordan. I live in a maisonette with my gorgeous little French bulldog, Betty. There's There's a basement flat below me, and my downstairs neighbour, Liz, is a lovely academic who works at the university. Yeah. One summer morning, after a long, slightly boozy dog walk on the beach, I came power mincing home. Yes, suspicions confirmed.
Power mincing. Yes. I love that. That's going to be a new one we use because you power mince sometimes.
I just call it walk.
When you get a mince on, you power mince.
I do, yeah.
His little butt starts to wobble and everything. Have you seen it?
Why are you looking at my bottom?
No, you know what? And he always he holds his handbag like that.
It's not a handbag, it's a tote.
Yeah, he has his handbag and he proper power minces. Oh, I love that.
In desperate need of the lavatory, I shoved my keys in the door, bolted to the downstairs loo, and left the front door wide open, with Betty looking utterly bewildered. I sat down and let it all out with the associated noises, then slumped back in pure relief and declared, "That's so much fucking better." A few moments later, I heard a small voice say, "I think it's time we go inside." Confused, I finished up and looked out the open bathroom window, only to see Liz's very civilised candlelight dinner party happening directly below. All that remained were 3 half-finished dinner plates and flickering candles. We haven't spoken since. Should I go down and apologise for abruptly interrupting her sophisticated dinner party?
So he had a shade, left the window open, and they were all outside in the garden.
And he then shouted, "This is so much fucking better." Presumably there were associated noises with sitting down on the lavatory. And it put them right off their chocolate mousse.
Oh, brilliant. No, situations like this, it's just best to pretend it never happened.
Yeah, I mean, yes. I think you potentially make it worse. I don't know what I do. I mean, I wouldn't also ever sit on the lavatory and exclaim, "That is
I always worry now, because remember the time I was really sick, heavily, violently ill?
Yeah.
I think it was norovirus, and my neighbour said we heard everything.
Norovirus?
No, norovirus.
Norovirus.
I always worry now if they can,
Hear what?
Hear.
What sort of noises?
Just, I always worry that they hear. I like to take my time on the toilet. I could be, if I don't get taught, I could be.
No, because you can get TikTok bum.
TikTok bum. Sometimes I get off, I'll come off like John Wayne, my legs like so.
That's not the loo.
Dead legs. Anyway. I think it's one of those where just pretend it never happened. Thank you for your questions and dilemmas. Remember, you can listen and watch every Tuesday and Friday. And if you enjoyed this episode, why not share it with your friends? Yeah, go on, tell your friends about
Spread us about. Share the love. And in the next episode,
spread us like William's legs in Berlin next week.
You're going there first.
I'm warming up for you.
In the next episode, we're going to help Jordan feel better about misplacing 2 of his serrated knives. So we've asked our G&Divas about the strange items that they have lost.
Mysteries of the home.
Goodbye.